things that I left unsaid.
Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to Vampire Amazon with the Salazar Coven. I think you all can rightly guess where we are and what we are about to do. As you know, we start every season off with this very important task to make sure that the queendom is officially passed on to the next generation. So Freya, as the royal priestess of Generation 3 under her younger sister Queen Athena Salazar, has arrived in Forgotten Hollow to do her priestly duties and ensure that the fire tribute goes as smoothly as possible. Now, for those of you who don't know what the fire tribute is, well, whenever a new generation takes the mantle of leadership, the old generation must leave this world behind and go on as spirits to the other world, to the other realm. And so, what happens is that the priestess goes all the way back to Castle Sheba, which is the very first castle we used in Generation 1. And we have a special fire tribute chamber, which Freya is currently standing in front of. Now, all the ladies of the previous generation are ushered inside the chamber, and there is a fireplace there. And they stay there until they set themselves on fire, which Freya has to oversee. So this is going to be, well, depending on how she is and how strong she is, this might be a little bit traumatic, to say the least. Not only that, but once they have been set on fire, she needs to light a bonfire outside to signal that this has begun, and typically this thing has been done during the night. So let's jump into it, guys. Freya has already started a fire inside, and these ladies cannot go out. Looks like Morgana is the first one to catch on flames. As you can see, we have the Queen over here. We also have Ophelia. We have Lady Swan, and we have Lady Clara Dantalopa. Now, of course, only the ladies who are central to the royal coven are the ones who get burnt. All the other ladies who have roles throughout the queendom, they basically get replaced. So they don't have to die per se, but they're kind of expelled from the queendom. So they have to go to new places and do new things. They cannot stay here anymore. For that reason, guys, if you are making Sims for me, males and females, I will appreciate that very much so. Of course, we're only using females for certain roles, pretty much all the roles, but I'm going to need to replace my breeding males pretty soon as well. So make sure you guys are making both of that. And if you're wondering what hashtag to use, that will be in the description of this video, as always. So make sure you check that before you make your Sims so that I can find it, because I don't use the tag SimsFell anymore. But, okay. Here we go. Now these ladies have no way of getting out, and only time will tell in what order they find themselves succumbing to the fires of the fire tribute. And it seems as though no one's brave enough to put it out, but in reality, they shouldn't be putting it out anyways. But Morgana is on fire, her vampiric energy is quite low, so we're just gonna have to see whether or not she actually succumbs to it, and if one of these other ladies actually catches on fire or not. We're gonna have to see that. And while this is happening, Freya is gonna come out here. Oh, looks like she can't light the bonfire. Maybe once all the ladies are dead, then she's gonna go ahead and light the bonfire over here to signal that it has been done. Their spirits are leaving. Now, oh, looks like Morgana is the first one to die, and I know a bunch of you guys will be very, very happy with that. Because I know how much a whole heap of you dislike Morgana for everything she's put everyone through. But here we go, guys. Here we go. Morgana is the first one down. These other ladies, they still have some time left. Looks like they've been saved from the fire for now, but they won't last long. And Freya basically has to stand guard over here until that happens. I feel so bad for Anna Rose. Anna Rose Cold Court, she is the castle keeper over here, but yeah, she's kind of upset, I guess. It was only about time that this would happen. Everyone knows the way things work in the Salazar Empire. Maybe not all vampiric empires do this, but the Salazars have a long-standing tradition of doing stuff like this. Now, we're not going to put out any of these fires because that's part of... yeah, that is part of the culture and what needs to happen. So they're going to have to stay here, and they pretty much can't touch anything else. So we're going to leave it be, and we'll see how fast the fire spreads and if it takes anyone over. For now, it seems everyone is okay, but we'll just have to see. And Freya really cannot leave until all of this is over and done with. So Morgana, she's gone. I know some of you also was hoping that Morgana would make it out alive, but there we go, guys. Morgana Devilsar, she is up and off. So she's croaked, and now we're pretty much waiting for the fires to take some of these ladies. They unfortunately cannot sit or do anything, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, I am tempted to rush this on a little bit to see how fast the fire spread. But it doesn't seem as though... yeah, it's spreading outside, but not inside. So I don't know if it's gonna take anyone else. Because look, the fire is going outside. It's not spreading inside. Which is not good. Because I need the fire to spread inside. Now, can I encourage these ladies to go there? Don't extinguish the fire! Don't you dare. Don't extinguish the fire. Go over there. Go really close. Go even closer. Come on, Clara. Go closer to the fire. I'm going to stick her right there and see if anything happens. It seems as though nothing really is happening to her. Okay, well, that's fine. We can wait it out a little bit to see who goes down next. So, hold on a moment, guys. Now, look at this, guys. We have Clara, who has passed away, unfortunately, so she's succumbed to another fire. The other three ladies are safe, but look who has come to visit Narcissa during her fire tribute. It is none other than Queen Sheba Salazar. So she came out of the ground. They do have the royal crypts underground, on this spot, I think. Actually, not exactly on the spots across the castle, but still. We have the queen's ashes underground, and so she came to visit. She came out, she hugged Narcissa, and she's having a bit of a chat with her daughter. So that's really nice to see. And Narcissa is obviously really upset. She's a widow now because her wife died before her. She is in the presence of death again with Clara, and then she is in mourning. That's Clara. Her wife's little thing is there. But we have Ophelia, who's staring into the flames, awaiting her fate. Swan sticking quite close to the previous queen. And I think this might be like it's an exciting time. It's a scary time, but it's actually a very humbling time for her, probably, because she gets to be in the presence of Queen Sheba, the very first queen to establish the Salazar Empire. So that's pretty awesome, and I thought I'd just drop by, even though no one's exactly burning just yet, to show you guys this really cool snippet that we had of Sheba going ahead and visiting her own daughter. And let's go ahead and ask for advice. This is probably terrifying for anyone going through it, and Narcissa was a bit of a weak queen. So maybe she's starting to panic, and now that her mother's ghost is out, she's asking her mother's ghost for some advice, and Sheba's gonna let her know how to go through this, and she's basically just gonna say, Narcissa, there's some things in life that must be done. We don't want to do all of them, but they have to be done. Just like I did for you, you must do for your children. This must be done. Okay, I guess we gotta wait to see who burns next. Once more we have returned, guys, and this time it seems as though Lady Swan is on fire. I've got to say, this has been the longest fire tribute ever. It's been going on for a long time. Seriously. I think this has been going on for 2 days now. Freya's been standing out here for 2 days, waiting for these ladies to basically cease. Now, we already have Clara and Morgana Devils are over here. So their urns have been collected, But typically what we would do is that we would leave the urns. I feel like I should leave it inside. I'll leave it in here because typically we leave the urns until after everyone's passed away, and then Freya, the priestess, has to go in and actually gather the urns. So I'm going to do it that way. But looks as though Swan has gone down, and our previous method wasn't exactly working, so I had to adjust things and just add a fireplace. And seems as though the rug finally caught on fire. I've put these two seats really close up against the fireplace, and I'm hoping that's going to catch on fire as well. But we might have to replace the rug in there. Now, since this particular fire is right in the middle of this room, that might also mean that the queen and the broodmother are going to get caught up in it. But for now, because what happened last time is that the fire that Morgana set, that kind of started going outside. So they went outside of the fire tribute chamber, and none of the other ladies died from that. As for Clara, she didn't actually die in one of the fires. What I meant was that she died from exposure to sunlight. So still went up in flames, except they were sun flames. So if she walks around as a girl, she's going to have a sun in the middle of a chest. This Grim Reaper is so annoyed. He's probably like, ugh, why can't they die together in one go? I have to keep coming back and forth. Like, these guys, you know what? He might not even be frustrated. He might be like, hey, these guys are having a fun party. But once they have passed, then Freya's going to light this bonfire to let everyone else know that the previous generation, the previous rulers of the land, they have all gone. And oh, now the queen is on fire. Yeah, she's basically going to let them know that the previous generation has officially left the land and that she's not collecting their urns. So she needs to light that before she opens the door for them. Okay, the queen's caught on fire. Queenie! Say bye-bye, everyone! Say bye! I don't know who really liked Queen Narcissa. I don't know if a lot of you guys liked Queen Narcissa. Maybe in the beginning, not too sure towards the end, but I know you guys will have had a soft spot for her. And time to say goodbye, everyone. Look at the broodmother. She's so sad. She is so sad. It's really weird to think that Ophelia has lasted the longest, because it seems as though she's going to die after the queen. But, oh my flippin' goodness. Okay, guys, give me a sec. Sorry, I had to take a call, but I'm back now. Right, the queen has collapsed onto the floor, and the Grim Reaper is here to collect her soul. Queenie! Bye-bye! Oh, and now Ophelia has caught on fire. I always feel bad when they die, especially the queens, because whether or not I like them, I am attached to them. I mean, I spent a whole flippin' year with my queens, so I do get very attached to them. And it just, especially, I mean, I was upset when Swan died and when Clara died, but truth be told, characters like Morgana, Narcissa, and Ophelia, they were born in the game, so we've been with them since they were babies. And now they've had their own children, they're passing away. It's a very, very upsetting thing to witness, but it's something that must be done. Now, because that's the way things are, no one escapes, everyone has to go through this. And Ophelia, she has given into the flames. Ophelia! Bye-bye! Oh my goodness. Okay, the fire's still going on. The fire's still going on. So what we normally do is once the Grim Reaper has collected the souls of these ladies and we have their urns around here, looks as though that did the trick. Next time I know how to set my fires without spending so much time. Because this has literally been going on, I think, in-game for 2 days. 2 days. Freya's been waiting out there for 2 days. Sustaining her through who knows what. You know what? She's probably been drawing, because I've been having to cheat her needs up so that she stays in front of the door. But we can say that she's been drawing, because she's a priestess. She's drawing on some of the powers given to her by the goddess. And so that's allowing her to... basically allowing her needs to not decay or for her to recuperate while she looks over the chamber and guards the door. So there we go. Once we have this done though, she can open the door, she can put out these flames and gather all of the urns that we've got laying about over here. My goodness, that was violent. As always, that is quite violent. We are not done though. Once she collects all of this, we still have to make all our rounds. She has to go down, do the ritual for the queen. We might even leave the queen's ritual till a little bit later, so that the other members of the family, like the new Queen Athena, she can actually come and attend her mother's funeral. So we might do something like that. I'm gonna have to probably go to all the other ladies. I might just do that. Yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Or what I could do is actually get Freya to do the ritual for her mother and put Narcissus' urn down in the crypt, and then later on we can organize a time for all the coven members to come visit Castle Sheba and pay their respects. We might do something like that instead. Just because it saves time and whatnot. So, fires are still burning. Yeah, we're gonna have to let the fires burn, I think. We're gonna have to let the fires burn because we won't have access. So, yeah. Okay, we'll let this burn. We'll let it burn for a bit. I'll be back once the fires are dealt with, and then we'll do all the other rituals that we need to do, because I feel as though they're gonna burn for a bit. So see you guys in a second. Okay, the fires have been put out, and I think it's time for Freya to light the bonfire to let everyone know that the deed has been done. The ladies have left this world. And then she's gonna go in, open the doors. Let's change the color. And I think a cool thing would be if we change the color, we should try and change it to the theme of the previous queen in memory of them. So Narcissa, she had black and pink. I feel like her color was like pink. So let's see, not dark pink. Her mother, Sheba's color was like a purplish. I feel like that's the theme. Yeah. And I think Freya's will have, Narcissus will have been pink. So we'll set it to pink. There we go. I think that suits Narcissa quite a bit. I think we'll agree that her color was kind of pink. And then we are going to unlock right over here. My goodness, this has been a stressful episode. We are going to put out the fire. And I think this is probably the way I'm going to do things from now on. Like, I'll just have the flippin' fireplace instead of a bonfire, because that wasn't working too well. And then she's going to go and she is going to collect all of these right up. Who's this? Lady Swan, Clara, and I think this was Narcissa. That's right, she's gathering all of their urns, and she's going to start making her rounds. So the first thing she needs to do, she's going to head on down. And she's doing this all by herself, but that's kind of because she needs to. We're not going to go through the whole cooking the food and everything. We are just going to get her to hurry this on through. I mean, it's been an ordeal for her. It has been an ordeal because she has had to listen to their cries and their screams of pain for about 2 days, maybe even 3. So it's been a long while. Now let's go ahead. I hope I haven't missed out on anyone's birthdays. I don't think I have. Nymphadora, I'm pretty sure, had 5 days before she was aging up the last time we played her. So she should still have a couple of days before she ages up when we return. But let's see, where's the queen's? There we go. I'll put the queen's urn there, and then we'll get Freya to come down and meditate for her mother. We'll pop it there. There we go. She's going to come meditate for her mother. But it's not actually her meditating. Obviously, we know she's doing a ritual. So she's going to call upon the fairies, which are aspects of death. And then she is going to make sure that her mother's urn is set up next to all of the other royal family members. And it's heart-wrenching, but I don't know. There's some sort of peace in knowing that Narcissa has joined her sisters. Because, as we know, Narcissa's older sister, Cassandra, died when she was quite young, back in season 1. And then Lilith died during Narcissa's reign, so she's lived all her life with the burden of death, with the burden of her sisters not being by her side. But now, and also her daughter, Narcissa's daughter Genevieve, passed away most recently. But now she can join the others, and she can find a place for herself back here. So I think I'll pop her right across from her daughter Genevieve. She would probably like that. And look at that. We have 4 members of the royal family and now 5 that have passed away, guys. 5 members of the royal family. And I think Freya has done saying her words over here. And then she is going to grab this urn. She's going to pop it. Hold on a second. Let's pop it right over here. Come on, there we go. And then she's going to strengthen connection to the physical world. She is going to mourn. And then she's going to strengthen the connection of everyone else over here that needs to be strengthened. I don't think anyone else needs to be strengthened. There we go. She's thinking of her mother. Aww. Okay, she's going to mourn her. And then I think she's going to go through as the priestess and leave a sugar skull offering for all the ancestors here. So Freya's 2 aunts, Freya's older sister, and her grandmother. She's going to leave all of their sugar skull offerings in their honor. And then she's going to head not back to the castle because she needs to go to the honor grounds to put down the remains of the other ladies. And yes, Morgana is also going to the honor grounds, guys. I know that you guys might be upset by this. A lot of you might be. Because in your eyes, Morgana is a traitor. In all honesty, I agree. But realistically, if we look at how things are going, Sims don't get declared as traitors just because we think they're traitors. It has to be the queen that thinks or declares them a traitor, because Narcissa was in love with Morgana. They had a good relationship. So obviously Narcissa didn't think that Morgana was a traitor, and Freya, as well as the current queen Athena, they also have a good relationship with Morgana. They're friends with her. So I don't think they would want to see their stepmother in Traitor's Rest. They would want to give her... Oh, you can't reach those? That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to reach them. You made the effort, so that's fine. But yeah, I'm happy with this, and I think they would feel better putting their stepmother, in the honor grounds. So Freya is going to get changed, and then she's going to head out. Let's get her changed. I don't know if you guys feel this, but this has been an exhausting episode for me. I don't know, I just feel so exhausted from all of this death. Okay, and then we are going to head out to the honor grounds. So we've laid Narcissa over here. We're going to have to arrange for the other ladies to come visit at some point. Maybe once we've replaced... Yeah, I think probably once we've replaced the females, so the different roles, because now that the previous generation is dead, we have to go and replace all the ladies across the queendom with new ones. So make sure you're making those sims, guys. I'm going to need them. But we're going to be heading over to Newcrest and going to the honor grounds. Yeah, Once this place starts filling up, I feel like we might need to pop another honor ground somewhere else as well. We should have room left, though. I think we had quite a bit of space. Yeah, we have space. Okay, and Freya's going to head on inside. And let's see. Currently, we have how many ladies? We have Cynthia Ranarain, Ambrosia Ranarain, and Kali Ranarain. Okay, well, let's put down... I don't think we want Morgana doubles right of here, do we? Let's see, Ophelia. I don't think it matters, because... Yeah, I don't think it entirely matters. We've got Ophelia, Lady Swan, Carantalopa. We'll put Morgana here. We'll put Ophelia over here. And then the other two, we'll put Swan here and Clara down there. And I forgot to give the queen her label. Darn it. I need to give the queen a label, so I'll probably have to make a trip back. Oh, geez, my headphones. I'll have to make a trip back to Castle Sheba. But let's see. What did we write for this? Generation 1 champion? Okay. So, Generation 2. Let's see. Oops. Generation 2 priestess. There we go. I don't have a... Didn't I write that? Hold on a second. Generation 2 priestess. Okay, well, hopefully that sorts itself out. And this was Ophelia. So we've got Generation 2 brood mother. Good. And this will be Generation 2 scholar. Generation 2 scholar. And then we'll have Clara will be generation, let's see. Generation 2 champion. Generation 2 champion. Yeah. Okay. It should be easy for us to remember that Cynthia was the first champion and then Clara came afterwards because we have a bloodline, whereas Clara is a new inclusion. So that should be good. And I don't know why these, if we reset it, does it have the, yep, there we go. So I have to reset these tombstones so that they show the appropriate thing. And so let's get you to strengthen the connection to physical world. She's going to come here and start doing that. We'll strengthen these up. And what about the old gravestones? Do they need a help? No, they don't. It seems as though, unfortunately, it seems as though Clara, Ambrosia, and Cynthia have actually moved on. So their spirits no longer linger in this area, it seems. Because we haven't come by in a long time, we didn't strengthen their spirits. We still have all the members of the royal family. Their spirits are still at the royal crypt and in this world, because we constantly send people there to make sure that they don't fade away. But I don't think we've been doing too much for these guys, which is fine. I don't mind if their spirits go away. If I do want to preserve anyone's spirits, then it's those members of the royal family. So we'll do this. Oh my goodness, Freya, she must have had a tough day. She's a loner and she's reserved and stuff, but still, this is a very, very difficult thing to have to do. To listen to the cries and screams of your family members, your mother and your stepmother, and all the people you knew and grew up with for 3 days. 2 or 3 days. Probably more than 2 days. And then to have to, by yourself, do the entire rituals, put them in the royal crypt, bury the ashes of the members that didn't get put in the royal crypt. It is stressful. And I hope she's able to get out of all of this sadness when she gets back to Oasis Springs. I mean, the others are lucky. They don't have to look at this. They don't have to go through this. But Freya has to. Even so, guys, I feel as though Freya is a little... I don't know. I feel as though she's going to be able to get out of this. I feel like she's mentally strong. Okay. Now, I need to do... What did I do? Generation 1 Queen. We'll do Generation 2 Queen. Yep. So, Generation 2 Queen. So, let's jump in. Generation 2 Queen. There we go. We've popped that in. And if we have a look at this spot, I think we need to come by at some point and probably put up Narcissus' image over here. I think that's what we would have wanted, because back in Generation 1, when we created this hall, which I don't even remember the name of it anymore, was it the portrait hall? When we created this area, we said that we want all the queens of future generations to be laid out. So I think maybe when we come with the rest of the coven to visit the royal crypt again, then we'll probably arrange for Narcissus' image to be put up here with the same setup that Sheba has, so that others can come and pay their respects. So I think you go here to pay your respects to Royal Crypt, but if you want to remember and you want to learn and know how they looked and what they were like, you probably come over here. So that's most likely what I'll be doing. Anyways, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.